Here we are again, QuickBooks 2013. We just did our vendors video section, and now we've moved on and we're going to cover banking. It's going to be a two-part video. So in this first video, we're going to basically cover setting up banking a little bit and doing some transactions. In the next video, we're going to go into reconciliation for banks and credit cards. The first thing we're going to do is go to write checks. You'll have the screen pop up over here. And we're going to manually write a check, so we are going to do it out of our checking account. It's going to be check number this. It's going to be the date of 1/13. Pay to the order of. This is where I could either choose already an existing vendor or a customer job, employee, or I can add a new one on the fly. So there's many to choose from. Right now we are going to choose the IRS. And we got to cut them a check for $750. Once again, this is just really an example so you can just understand how we write a manual check. You can put a memo here if you want. You can put the address over here manually if you want. And then, when you save it, it'll save it as well. It's going to ask if you want to save it. A memo, this is for taxes I wish I didn't have to pay. And then account over here, if it really is for taxes and you just don't see anything for taxes here, you go taxes property. But let's say this is for something else, taxes. So you can always come over here, expense on the fly, and add another expense. I'm not going to do that right now. Right now, I'm just going to go and choose this one over here. And before I hit save and new, if this is something that I know that I have to pay once a year and I want to memorize it, before I hit save and new, I'm going to go to memorize. We already covered a little bit of this in a previous video. Memorize will basically bring up this charge automatically, or at least remind you of it. So here you could say automate the transaction entry, or do not remind me, or add to my reminders list. Your reminders list is under list, which we'll see in a second. I don't like to automate transactions. You can if you want to. I simply like to add it to my reminders list. And this is going to be an annual. So of course, if I'm paying this right now on 1/13/2012, it's going to be on 1/13/2013. I hit OK. When you go to lists, you go to memorize transactions, and then you'll see the IRS over here, next date. You owe this at that point in time. And we'll get into memorize transactions in more details at a future video. For now, we're covering writing a check. And now that we've memorized it, I'm going to hit save and new. This is where it's asking you that address update because I updated it. And now that I've hit save and new, we're going to go back. And one quick thing I want you to look at over here, before you used to have to go to edit. If you wanted to delete it, void it. Now there's this little icon over here with the X. And if you want to delete the check, or if you want to void it, you could do it from right over here. We're going to save and close. We are back to home, back to banking. Now we're going to enter credit card charges. Bring this right over here. And now that we are here under credit card charges, depending on if you're going to do it manually, or nowadays you have this download card charges where it connects with your bank and it just downloads everything automatically. We will get into that later on, but for now we're just going to enter it manually for those simpletons who just don't really care to go all that. So as you can see, these videos, these first videos, there are a lot of them are just basic information to get you to start it on the basics, and then down the line we will be doing more videos on even deeper stuff such as the automated features and other features as well. So now that we're at the credit card, you'll notice on the right hand side it says purchase charge or refund credit card. So it's, once again, you can record whether it was a purchase or whether it was a credit, a refund. You can choose whichever credit card you want. You can add a new one on the fly, as I mentioned. So we'll do a second credit card at this point. Visa, hit save and close. And purchased from, I can make a new vendor on the fly. We will say this is from telephone company. I'm going to hit OK. Making it very simple right now. Of course, you already know you can add as many details as you want. And on 1/18, we paid the telephone company $325.18. I'm going to write TELE. There you go, telephone expense. Already came up automatically. And that's it. The same is the same. You can apply it to a customer job if you want. You know, if this is billable to someone, if this telephone bill is on behalf of this customer. So you pretty much have the same options throughout the whole thing. You got the memorize option over here as well. I'm going to hit save and close. Hit yes. And we are back to home. And at the home, we're going to go to banking, record deposits. For make deposits, I usually do this when I enter or when I deposit cash into the bank. I usually don't record sales over here or income because I use the invoice method or I use the sales receipt method. So make deposits, even though you could do that over here, you can pretty much do whatever you want from this customer. I still don't like this method unless it's just really a cash deposit. So from here, we're going to say that I'm going to create a new one called the owner. I'm just going to make it a quick ad for now. And I'm going to do as the owner is other. From account, let's do equity. There is no equity over here, so I'm going to lower this over here and see if we have, so we could do capital stock, open balance, or retained earning. We'll do capital stock that I am putting cash. I am putting $5,000 into the business. Of course, you can have your cashback memo over here if the cash goes back to who. But I keep it pretty simple like this. And this deposit was done on 1/20. Hit save and new. And I just recorded a deposit. We are back to home. Last thing I'm going to show you is under banking. We will go to transfer funds. And this is, for example, I transferred some money from my checking account to my savings account. Or vice versa. We dug into the savings, we put it into the checking. I transferred $2,500. This is basically one reason why you would want to use transfer funds. It's basically a shortcut step. Instead of having to put a deposit and a withdrawal, you simply transfer funds from one account to another. You could also do it from your PayPal to your bank. There's a lot of different reasons why you want to use it, but most of the time it's one is going from one bank account to another. That's, I would say, 9 out of 10 times is the reason why you use this. And that concludes this video. In the next video, we will be covering bank reconciliation, which is the second part to our banking video.